Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the June 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn. Now please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your sun, moon and rising signs. Okay, so do take a look at your natal chart placements, see the corresponding zodiac signs and see which video's title resonates for you most of this time. So just to let you know, I'll be using a Celtic Cross style spread using the the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, and then I'll be clarifying with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Okay, so let's get stuck in and see what June has in store for you. Crazy energies coming through at this time, so I don't doubt it's going to be intense. Just did Taurus's reading, that was full on, so we will see. But just to say a big thank you to everyone that's been liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you haven't already, feel free to drop that subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell if you haven't done so, because then you'll get notified as to when the next tarot readings will be uploaded. Okay, so do make sure you hit that bell. Okay. Also, just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who tuned in for my live discussion. It was the first one I've done for this channel. I did it on Instagram with fellow tarot reader Nature's Galaxy. That was a lot of fun. So thank you for tuning into that live, those who did. And for those of you who've been checking out the video after the fact on the channel, you can see that here as well. Okay, so let's get the spread for you and then we'll go into it. And then we'll go into the clarification afterwards, as always. So, Capricorn, what's in store for you in June? Okay. It was a bit aggressive, but okay, we can forgive that. Okay. Why? So much why. Okay. And the final card, please. Okay. So I think we are ready to begin. So in regards to the position of your present circumstances, you have the 8 of Cups in reverse. So this is water energy, of course, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now this is talking about refusing to walk away from something, refusing to give up on something. You're refusing to emotionally detach from something that means a whole great deal to you, Capricorn. Okay, there's something that you're very much emotionally invested in. Okay, something that you feel like you cannot release, like you just cannot. That's how you feel. You're like, I can't let this go. Whatever this is, I cannot let this go. It means too much to me. So we'll see what that is when we clarify. In regards to your challenge, you have the Lovers, okay? So it may be asking you, especially with this Gemini energy here, it may be asking you to weigh it up. Like, is it really worth the sacrifice, okay? There may be a sacrifice that it needs to be made in order to stay within this connection, okay? Or to pursue a connection that you've been emotionally invested in wanting to invest further emotionally, right? And it's saying, is it worth it? Is this something that you feel is going to give you what you want, right? Is it going to make you happy in the long term? Or is there something else out there for you that's more aligned? The challenge is to be able to look at this objectively and see where the truth actually lies. Is it within this connection that you're trying to pursue or hang on to? Or is there something more out there for you, right? So again, we'll get more insight when we clarify. In regards to your recent past, you have the Tyrant Reverse. So you may have had to separate or create some kind of distance between you and this situation or you and this person in the past, because something wasn't working out, something couldn't come together at that moment, or something needed to be addressed and couldn't be done in those present circumstances. So you had to distance yourself from something, separate from this person, or just deal with something head on and just get rid of it, remove it, in order to approach it in a more healthy and balanced way. It could be that you were just dealing with your own demons, or that you were dealing with an obsession with this connection, right? Or possibly the other person was coming off as obsessive, possessive, and that's why you created that distance. Maybe that's why you pulled back your energy, because you could see that and how destructive it was. So you were waiting for this person to realize their mistakes, and then you'd be able to build anew, right? So that's what you were waiting for, and that's what you've been looking at. But now something's calling into question whether or not that was the right decision to make. But you're refusing to let it go either way. That's what I'm seeing here so far. In regards to your near future, you have the 8 of Swords in reverse. It's funny how Taurus got this in the past. So you may have Taurus in your chart. You could possibly be dealing with the Taurus, but not necessarily. Either way, I feel like with this coming up in the near future, you're realizing that the only thing binding you to this connection is you, actually. That you can walk away anytime. While it will be difficult, while there still be raw emotion involved, while you'll still feel the pain of releasing this connection initially, you know that it's something that you can do anytime, and that no one's forcing you to stay where you are, right? That this is your doing, and it's up to you how you progress, or whether or not you choose to stay stagnant in the situation. In regards to your feelings, you have the 5 of Swords, so more air energy. Okay, so this is, Gemini is coming in quite strong, so you could be dealing with a Gemini. But either way, I feel like what's being expressed here is that you're feeling at a loss, right? You're not sure what to do. You can't make heads or tails of the situation. It's like you're very caught up in your thoughts. You're kind of conflicted. You may even be arguing with this person from a distance, right? So when you do communicate, it just ends up in arguments, and you're like, why am I even doing this to myself? I understand that I'm very much drawn and attracted, or very much emotionally invested in this connection, but it's not getting me anywhere. It's actually causing a lot of problems within my other areas of my life, or it's causing me a lot of inner conflict, right? I can't think clearly or see the situation clearly anymore because of how much it's having an effect on me emotionally, right? So in regards to what's crowning you this time, so the energy that's around you, but it's also within your power to affect, you have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? So earth energy, your energy, as well as Taurus and Virgo. So this is saying, right, that you can harness that inner strength within yourself. You can use your better judgment to move towards, right, what brings you more happiness, stability, right? Feeling abundant, feeling like, okay, I'm investing in something that has longevity, something that isn't toxic, or something that's, just so difficult, so trying, so hard to keep investing in, right? Something that I actually can see flourishing. So that's the assessment here. It's like you're not seeing that everything that you're hoping from this connection, you already have within. So it's up to you whether or not you feel like it's worth the sacrifice in order to continue down this path, right? In regards to your advice, you have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this is you right here, okay? And like I said, you could very well be dealing with a Taurus. So this could be a Taurus that you're dealing with, a fellow earth sign. But either way, I was just getting a lot of air energy, but it could very well be another another earth sign, possibly a Taurus. But either way, I feel like what it's saying here in the position of your advice is that it's not your job to rescue everyone. The only person you're responsible for at this time is yourself. And while it's important to be there for people, absolutely, I'm a big advocate of supporting, right, other people, being there, being the rock when no one else would be, right? We all need that, right? And I think that's important. But at the same time, it's not worth sacrificing your sanity right? And your stability if the other person doesn't want to be held, right? That just wants to go down with the sinking ship and actually potentially wants to drag you down with them as well. So that's where you have to discern here. Is this person actually wanting their help? Is this person wanting to invest something and bring themselves up to, you know, match you energetically so that they are capable of investing in this connection and rebuilding what was once broken, right? Or, you know, is the sacrifice going to be for nothing, right? Because that's where you have to discern. Is this person actually wanting to do the work to get things where they need to be and themselves where they need to be? Because you can't do anything unless the person's willing to help themselves. You know, you cannot save them. They have to save themselves. All you can do is support and guide and be there, okay? But they have to do the work themselves, right? In regards to your external influences at this time, so this can be the energy surrounding you, places, environments, people, right? You have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is water energy, Cancer, as well as Scorpio and Pisces. So you could be dealing with a water sign, but I'm not really getting that so much. Generally, there's just a lot of sadness around you right now. And that this person is not filling your cup, right? They're taking from it. They're taking and taking and taking. That's what I'm getting, like just taking your time, taking your energy, you know, wanting you to focus on their healing rather than your own. It's kind of selfish. I'm getting very selfish energy from this person, whoever this is. But there's no malice in it. I don't think they realize it even, how they're actually being and how that affects you. So that's something you may have to vocalize in the near future, okay, if not now. Because they are not filling your cup, they are draining you. They're not helping you to replenish. They're just draining you and draining you and draining you. And you've already sacrificed so much, right? You've already sacrificed 8 cups. You're now being asked to sacrifice your 9th. And this is the point. Is it worth the sacrifice? That's the key message in this reading for you. In regards to, so in regards to your fears at this time, you have the 8 of Wands here. So fire energy, talking Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So this is saying, right, that you're afraid that no matter what you do and, you know, however you try to express your true feelings on matters, no matter how you try and communicate what it is that you actually want and how passionate you are about this connection, it's always going to backfire. It's always going to be seen as deceptive, or you wearing a mask, or you just, you know, saying the various things that you want to hear, but that isn't reflective of the truth, right? That you're a smooth talker, that you can say whatever they need to hear at the time, but it's gonna, you know, but it's not true, you know. And you're just kind of sick of things getting, like, falling on deaf ears. You're like, I've been trying to help you all this time. I've been trying to get our connection on track all this time. I've been doing a lot of work to help me be in a better position, to help you even. And I'm getting nothing back, right? So I think your fear is that you're going to get to the point where nothing you do is good enough to get things back on track. In regards to your hopes, you have the High Priestess here. So I think you're hoping that you can really tap into your intuition, that you can allow that to come through and be what takes the reins at this time, because you're feeling like, I'm way too close to the subject matter. Like, I cannot trust myself to make the right decisions in this matter. I wish I could, but I'm struggling because, you know, from my conscious point of view, I'm just too attached to this person, to this connection. But I'm hoping that my higher self will take the reins a little bit, and that my intuition will come back into play again, and I'll be able to make the right decision overall, not just what I feel like I want to do because of how I feel emotionally, right? But what's actually intuitively the right thing to do in this connection, in this situation. Oh, I think I got some smoke in my eye just then. And then finally, as a potential outcome, you have the Ten of Cups. So this is it. This is the purging of emotion. This is releasing, surrendering it, saying, you know what, I give up. I put my hands up in the air and I surrender to the process, right? Because you're understanding that it's been such an emotional drain on you. So you've had the 8 of Cups to begin with in reverse. You then had the Ace of Cups in reverse. And now you've got the 10 of Cups in the upright. So as a potential outcome, you could be releasing it all and purging it and giving yourself an opportunity to fully heal from this situation. So interesting, very, very interesting reading. So let's have a look, okay, and see. Oh gosh, what is with the smoke? Why is it suddenly going in my eye? Fine in the other reading, but now it's killing my eye for some reason. Okay, so let's have a look then, see if we can get more insight for you as to where things could be headed and what would serve you in your highest good. Because yeah, bless you, Capricorn, if this applies to you, because obviously this is not going to be for everybody, but for whoever this does apply to, you're really going through it. It's been difficult, you know, because you are so invested in this, into this connection, but also this person generally, right? You have a lot of care for this person. You're not just loving them or in love with them. You care so much about this person's well-being, right? And they're not seeing how much it's affected you. That's the problem. They're just caught up in it themselves. And like I said, I don't get any maliciousness with this. I don't think they're intentionally being selfish. They don't realize how much of a drain it's been on you, right? And that they're not considering your happiness either by not willing to do what is necessary, do the inner work, and then, you know, come back with the right perspective and attitude and energy, right? Because the problem is, what I'm seeing here so far is that they're no longer bringing anything to the table. They're just taking. That's the problem. Okay. So in regards to your current circumstances, the 8 of Cups here in reverse, you have the 3 of Wands in reverse and the High Priestess again, but this time in reverse. So yeah, right now you're like, I don't want to go, and it's against your better judgment. You know this. You know that you choosing to stay and take another hit and have another glass drained is possibly a mistake. Because whatever you're hanging on to, whatever you think is going to come and what's going to be spoken into manifestation, spoken into your reality, into the 3D, is not coming to pass, right? Whatever it is that you've been hanging on to, whatever you feel like you have to hold on to and keep this alive for, is not coming to pass from what I'm seeing here. So is it worth the sacrifice? Again, I'm not seeing it, to be honest with you. But only you know your circumstances and what you feel is right for you. But so far, I'm not seeing it. In regards to your challenge, the Lovers here, Gemini energy, you have the 8 of Wands, fire, 5 of Wands in reverse, more fire, and you have the Strength card, Leo. Very strong fire energy here, could very well be dealing with a Leo. Possibly you're not dealing with a Leo, but there could be a Leo that's interested in you and maybe communicating like, listen, why are you doing this to yourself, right? This person is not bringing you anything that you need. However, I would be over the moon to be that person, and I would give you so much more because I'm willing to make myself vulnerable. I'm willing to express my true feelings, right? There's no inner conflict. There's no inner turmoil, right? There's no need to get a rise out of you. There's no want to have this power play, right? Trying to be like dominating or, you know, have one, you know, get one over you or anything like that, you know? Like I would be in it for something much more significant. I'm not afraid to express myself, right? So you could very well have someone on your peripheral that's of Leo energy, certainly fire, and you know they're wanting to express that you could have something so much more, right? That you don't have to settle for this anymore, and that actually an opportunity for true love is just around the corner. But again, the challenge is, are you willing to muster all the inner strength that you have to release this conflict, to release this connection that brings only conflict and chaos into your life, and communicate that you're done for good in order to explore a new opportunity elsewhere? That's what you need to ask yourself. In regards to your recent past, the Tower here in reverse, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. So water and fire, interesting combination. Yeah, so I think when this Tower came down, when you realized that this was not going to happen, that you needed this distance, this separation, this time apart in order to do the work and see where you can rebuild together, if you can rebuild. It never came back together in the way that you imagined, you know, because you've got both of these in. This is the desire, the passion, the intimacy, and this is the love, the emotional, the emotional connection, right? The vulnerability, and neither of them are present in this, right? I think they were initially, it was once in very much a part of the connection, but then after this collapse, and just because of the way situations played out with this connection, you were never able to restore this energy again. And you're debating whether or not you'll be able to see it again. But as it stands at this current time, it's not coming into play. In regards to your near future, the Eight of Swords in reverse here, you have the Emperor, so Aries energy, you could be dealing with Aries, and you have the Devil cards, Capricorn. So this is your energy, guys, okay? This is your energy, Capricorn energy. So, yeah, it's overcoming your fear that you cannot move forward without this person or this connection, and realizing that, yeah, you can, you're the freaking Emperor, right? That while this is your card, okay, this is your energy, this is your shadow aspect, actually, but you in your full glory, you're the freaking Emperor. It doesn't matter about your gender, okay? This is just the energy. This is your divine masculine aspect in full force, right? That you actually have way more strength than you realize. You have everything that it takes to get you out of this situation. But it's a choice here. You have to choose whether you want to stay in this energy and feed this toxic connection, or if you want to stand in your power alone and see what other opportunities you can explore from a place of being grounded, of having, you know, the wisdom to know that you are deserving of so much more, right? In regards to your feelings then, clarifying the Five of Swords here, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse, more air, and you have Justice in reverse, so Libra energy, okay? Very well could be having Libra in your chart, or you could be connecting with Libra, either way. There's a lot of energies present so far. But what it's really communicating here for me is that, you know, yeah, you can't make heads or tails of things. You don't know what the truth is anymore, because you've just been so conflicted and caught up in this energy of like, I just don't even know anymore. Like, I know I love this person. I know I want this connection, but I don't even know what feels right to me anymore. I thought this felt right to me once, but now I have no idea where I'm headed. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make this right. I don't know how to resolve this. I don't see an answer. That's what I'm getting from this. I don't see an answer. I don't feel like I can resolve this. And you're feeling a little bit defeated, right? And that's why this energy on top in your present is so important, because you need to draw energy from your strength, your inner strength. You have so much of it. You just don't realize it, okay? That's going to serve you so much from getting out of this state and boom into Emperor mode, which you will do in the near future, but it starts with a difficult decision, okay? So clarifying your energy that's crowning you at this time, right? The Nine of Pentacles. You have the Fool, so Aries energy, and you have the Page of Cups, right? So I associate that very much with Pisces energy. Either way, it's like what is coming through here for me is that you know that you need to be investing in yourself, right? Understanding that it's a two-way street, that a connection, a commitment involves both parties doing the work, right? Getting themselves to this nine of pentacles energy, right? Feeling abundant, grounded, right? That they have more than enough to invest into something outside of themselves, right? Understanding that they are that the energies they align with is going to be responsible for what they attract in a large part, right? So that's where you can really step into this mode of embracing the new, you know, out with the old, in with the new, embracing possibilities, you know, taking a chance on new possibilities, new love even, right? Being able to express that without the fear of being rejected or shunned or just being taken for granted, right? So clarifying the Mother of Pentacles in reverse here, your energy in the advice card. You have the Three of Swords in reverse and you have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is what I was talking about, self-investment, right? So it's saying, listen, right? You cannot save someone that doesn't want to be saved. You can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. You can't invest in someone that doesn't want to be invested in. You know, you can't save a relationship if the person is not there, if they're not showing up and doing the work also. So rather than focusing on something that's not going to bring you anything other than pain, that isn't going to help you move on from this energy, why don't you focus on your own achievement? Why don't you focus on your own personal growth, right? Healing, what it is that you want, what it is that, you know, lights you up inside. What is it? What kind of lifestyle that you are trying to create for yourself, right? What matters to you? Really harness what it is that you have to give and use that and express it towards yourself for once, right? Because this person is not even here, they're not even seeing it. They're not even aware to see what it is that you do for them, right? And what you're trying to accomplish. They're just wrapped up in their own little bubble. So why not use that energy to invest back in yourself, into your own confidence, stability, healing, right? Just a thought. So in regards to your external influences, the Ace of Cups in reverse here, you have the Four of Wands in reverse and you have the Eight of Swords. This is what I'm talking about. This person is caught up in their own issues, right? They can't even see what it is that you're trying to do, how you're trying to help free them and release them from their own struggles, right? From their self-imposed prison. Okay, all of these swords are things they've created themselves. You know, it does not to say that this person hasn't navigated difficult circumstances. I'm not taking that from them. They could very well be dealing with some very difficult issues. But rather than taking the help that is available and doing things bit by bit to get themselves out of these tough situations or to heal whatever it is that they've experienced, they're just choosing to stay trapped. They're choosing to wallow in the pain, to stay stagnant, right? They're not even wanting to help themselves. They're not wanting to move forward. They're not thinking about the future or any form of longevity with you, right? They don't see any golden opportunities for a new life. All they see is the pain and the difficulty and how hard it's been for them, and that's it. But they're not even considering what it's been like for you. They've just been thinking about what it's been like for them. So they can't even see how difficult this is for you, right? That's the problem. They're just caught up in whatever it is they're navigating, but at the same time not wanting to free themselves from that. So it's like some people get this, right? Where they've been navigating some very difficult circumstances. Some people get so accustomed to chaos and, you know, navigating through certain energies, certain connections, doing things in a certain way that's highly destructive or that's, you know, stagnating their progress. But that's kind of how they want it. It sounds strange, I know that, but some people actually want that. They kind of thrive off the chaos a little bit. And that's not to say that this person wants to cause you so much pain. They don't. No, that's not what I'm getting from this. There may be someone out there that does for one of you, but from what I'm getting, in the most part, it's like self-sabotaging, it's self-destructive as much as it is to their connections, right? But you can't save someone who wants to stay in that energy. That's what I'm telling you, okay? So it's up to them to come out of that and realizing that it's not good, that it's not healthy for them, okay? And once they do that, then you can offer support and all the rest of it, right? So in regards to your fears, the 8 of Wands here, you have the Sun cards with lots of Leo energy here, and you also have the 6 of Pentacles, okay? So earth energy, your energy. So what that's telling me is where you feel like you're trying to show them, listen, I want a beautiful future with you. Everything that you wanted, I can provide. I can be that person. I can help build stability. I can create balance in your life. I can bring you towards happiness, bliss. Everything you ever wanted in a connection, it's right here. But I'm terrified that you don't even see it. That you don't only not see it, that you don't want it. Because you think that no matter how I try and express it, that it's not genuine, right? That it's coming from a bad place, that it must be trying to trip you up in some way, that it's too good to be true. But it's not, it's the truth. But I'm afraid that you're never going to see it for what it truly is, right? And then in regards to the position of your hopes, the High Priestess here, you have the King of Swords in reverse, and you have the Ace of Cups. So you got the Ace of Cups in the upright this time in your hopes. So yeah, you're like, I don't want to be so depleted and emotionally drained and just heartbroken anymore. I want to be so happy that I don't even know what to do with myself. That then I can pour into others. That I'm replenished. That I feel revitalized, okay? That I can be the joy and the happiness in the world that is needed right now. I want to get back into that energy, right? And I know, deep down, I know what it is I need to do in order to get there, right? My intuition is screaming at me, and I'm hoping that it's right and that this is going to bring me towards this. But I'm finding it difficult to make the tough decision because I don't want to be in this energy. I don't want to be someone who's harsh and authoritative and, you know, that's just so easy to cut people out, right? That finds it so easy to just remove people from my life. So there's the dilemma. And then finally, in regards to your potential outcome, the 10 of Cups here, you have the 5 of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and you have the 6 of Swords. So yeah, lots of mental processing, lots of emotional processing. But ultimately, you have an opportunity to go back over this whole circumstance. You know, by having this distance, this space, this separation from this person, you can take some time out to yourself to look over things and see where things have gone sour, right, in the connection. And that actually, the 2 cups that remain, the things that you have going for you that are positive are from yourself. This is not something the other person has brought to the table. This is something you already had. You know, whatever you tried to accomplish with this person, whatever it is that you invested, has been laid to waste by this person, by their unwillingness to change, to grow, to heal, right? To take steps forward. So you're just looking at what is lost, but you're not seeing the blessings you have that you've always had within, right? But you will come to realize that, and it will get to a point where you'll just want peace of mind. That you just don't want to feel like everything within this connection is just, you know, beyond an uphill struggle. Like you're trying to climb Everest every day in this connection, pretty much. So you're just not wanting the mental anguish, the heartache. You just want to go towards inner peace at this point. That's what you're hoping for. And that's where you're more likely to navigate towards once you're willing to let go of attachment completely to this connection. I'm not saying you have to let go of this person completely, but let go of your attachment to this person and this kind of hero complex that you have going on a little bit, that you need to save them, that you need to be the mother figure, okay? It's not your place to do that at this time is what I'm seeing. When they're ready, they'll make it known to you, and then you can be a support. But right now, it's just creating problems. So that's something you have to address there. So Capricorn, I hope this helped you. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And yeah, while I know this is a difficult situation for those of you that it applies to, you will get to smoother waters. It's just you have to be willing to free yourself first of all, detach, and do the inner work to heal. Okay, it's a process, but you will get there. And we'll see if this comes up in your shadow work reading when I do that in a couple of weeks' time, possibly. And maybe they'll give you further assistance as well on how to deal with those harder aspects, okay? So I'm sending you so much love and encouragement, so much warmth and belief in you as well. So take care for now, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.